bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And this is a review of the Diary of River Song, what's this, Series 9, I think, Volume 9, from Big Finish. It's one of the many spin-offs they do of Doctor Who. And I'm really happy to tell you, this is a recommend. It's called New Recruit. It's basically taking River Song and dumping her in the Pertwee era. So I have a bit of a story to tell you about how I came to this one, but I'm really happy to tell you this is a recommend. This is probably one of the best things I think Big Finish have done this year. And I listen, I really want Big Finish to be good, right? I've loved Big Finish a long time. We love you a long time. No, I love Big Finish a long time, and I think their product has really had a rough patch for the last several years. I mean, the monthly range just went from bad to worse. I think they ended it about a year too late, or maybe they should just put in new blood. It just seemed they weren't interested. But yeah, there's a lot of recurring problems, which I assumed we'll see in this release. And I'm really happy to be proved wrong, okay? I am genuinely happy to be proved wrong and recommend this to one and all. Fine, so before we get into the review, can you hit the like button? Fandabby Double Dozy, thank you very much. Can you hit the share button? Fandabby Double Dozier, if you can imagine such a thing. Fandabby Double Dozier. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, that's the button I like the most, okay? If you ask me, what button would you like me to click the most? It's definitely the subscribe button, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And also, comment, let me know what you think. I will endeavor to reply to all comments. If you take the trouble to tell me your thoughts, I will take the trouble to reply. Replying to replies, I'm bad at. Okay, I'm bad at. But this one, your initial comments, I will always come hell or high water. Listen, I don't reply. I'm really sorry that I missed it. I don't know how I missed it, but basically, I replied to everyone. Fine, let's have a look at this this release. Firstly, good cover, good release. So I kind of got bored of River Song. I decided not to buy this one. The last one I got was number 7, and I haven't even listed the one yet. That's the one with the Weeping Angels. I just kind of like, and the one before, in which he's dropping into different stories, Web of Fear. Really weird. They had the guy played Captain Knight in it, and he was like, I don't know, 50 years later. He sounded like an old man. He didn't sound like Captain Knight at all. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. The quality of the has just been going down and down and down. I didn't listen to the one with the mechanoids on the cover. And I was out of this one. I wasn't going to get it. Then I saw it's available for illegal download, and I'm not really big into illegally downloading, but I wasn't prepared to take the punt on this, that they weren't going to fill it full with obnoxious ideology, which I don't necessarily agree with. And listen, my point of view is, live and let live, baby. Let's all we can all live and be one together. We don't need to agree on everything. I'm a Bible thumping Jew, right? That means I disagree with Christians on very important things for both Christians and me. We disagree really fundamentally. We're perfectly friendly. Like I do a show with Father Miller once a week, Fans in Faith. We can live with our differences. So that's not really the vibe I've got from the creative world. That if you don't agree with their outlook on anything, especially transgenderism, if you don't agree with their outlook, then you're evil and nothing can be for you. So then they were really quite vociferous about this for a long time, and I think they noticed their sales dropping, because look, I was such a loyal subscriber to Big Finish, and I just dropped out a lot of things. I wasn't going to get no, I didn't get the last Peter Davison one, the wrapping up the Mark arc, because I don't care. Okay, I didn't care at all, and I wasn't planning on getting the 40 one. I was like, forget it. Then I saw, there was a real push to go back to what Big Finish is good at, right? Just telling good stories. We love stories. Remember that? Big Finish, we love stories. You see, it says it right up there. I wish you did. So it seems the last few years they've loved identity politics, and they've really wanted. I agree with you that I think women didn't have the same equality of opportunity in the 70s as they do today, right? I absolutely, there was Nick Briggs told a story on one of the third Doctor releases about Wendy Craig having to write under a pseudonym, and yeah, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. I don't see a cure for that in hiring disproportionately hiring women Because what happens is when you hire from a small section of your pool, then the only result can be the quality falling, right? The quality falling, which is, I think, what we saw. And so I really wasn't that into this. I thought we were going to have lots of swipes at the 70s saying, oh, how terrible people were back then, how awful. No, it was just delightful storytelling, okay? That's really what it was. It was delightful storytelling. We have... the Third Doctor, Jon Culshaw, not Jon Culshaw, Tim Trelaw's Third Doctor, absent for most, as I thought he would be, and River Song arrives and gets a job as a scientific advisor on the recommendation of the Doctor. So you got Jon Culshaw doing the Brigadier, and you got Daisy Ashford as Liz Shaw. And it's a delight. If you like that era, it's a delight. I kind of like River Song, and I do like the merge of these two eras. This is very much a River Song box set. It's not a Third Doctor box set at all. So you get the style and sensibility of that. Much in the same way the Bernie Summerfield sets with David Warner's alternate Second Doctor, I believe. Who was it? Alternate Third Doctor, right? It's they're very much Bernie Summerfield box sets, which means you get that. This is what I like about Bernie. Each range had its own feel, had its own vibe. So this is very much a River Song box set, and again, really, really backable. So let's have a look at the stories. Unit, the secret organization established to deal with the odd and unexplained on Earth. I'm just imagining Jon Culshaw reading this as the Brigadier. You can hear a twinkle in his eye as he's reading it. He's so good as a Brigadier. The redoubtable Brigadier Lethbridge leads the troops for scientific guidance relies on two brilliant advisors, Cambridge genius Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, and Unit's newest recruit, that mysterious time traveler mysterious traveler in time and space known as River Song. Yeah, it writes itself. Essentially, it writes itself, but it wrote itself pretty darn well. So the first episode is The Blood Was, written by Elizabeth Miles. And again, I get that you see there are three female authors on this. And I do get the feeling there was a real push to have female authors, and it really didn't work that well. Elizabeth Miles has come together though, and I like now when I see her, I will go, oh, I feel reasonably safe, right? I think she's probably one of the better of the new crop. When the Doctor interposed, Liz is a little put out to find the Brigadier has brought in another scientific advisor to take his place. Yes, that is good actually. I do like that, and Daisy Ashford really has come a long way as Liz Shaw. She doesn't sound as identical to Liz Shaw as Jon Culshaw does to Nicholas Courtney, right? Doesn't it? But she sounds like Liz Shaw. She sounds as like Liz Shaw as Tim Trelaw sounds to the Third Doctor. And essentially, look, making TV, making comic books, making audios, making novels, it's all about an illusion. It's creating an illusion that you're experiencing a story. And the story that I'm experiencing is a Third Doctor era story. And I think Jon Culshaw, Daisy Ashford, Tim Trelaw, they're able to generate that illusion, right? And it does work. It works very nicely. So Liz is really miffed. The Doctor's gone, and she's like, finally, my time to shine. And River Song shows up, and they do form a nice bit of a double act. So when Liz and River investigate otherworldly goings on in the English village, they soon find themselves relying on each other to survive. Listen, I don't want to add any more to that, because I don't want to spoil it. But this is traditional traditional Berkeley fare. You go to a small country, and there's you get that small country. School village politics going through it. The country squire, the landowner, batty scientist women, that sort of thing. It's fun. It's just fun, and it sparkles. It really genuinely sparkles. Terror of the Suburbs. So this one is okay. This one's okay. The trouble is it's too similar to a Superior story with Louise Jameson and Tom Baker, where Louise Jameson finds herself in a suburban lifestyle. Basically, it's the same log line, right? It's exactly the same premise. It's still kind of fun. Liz has moved house. It seems she's found suburban utopia until River Song arrives. There are more to Feta Bailey than manicured lords and endless stories. Dangerous creatures prowl and hedgerows and sonic looks in the freezers. Yeah, look, I mean, it's obvious they're not in the real suburbs, right? It's obvious there's some weird Stepford-wise alien daring do going on, and Liz has been sucked in. It's a cute when you find out the turn. It's a cute premise. Again, so this brings up images of the good life and those sitcoms from the 70s. And again, but they're still very modern, very contemporary, very, very River Song, right? It's so working a treat. To my mind, it's working a treat. The weakest one in this set is Never Alone by Helen Goldwyn. I think she's probably a little bit stronger as a director. This one's a bit weak, as I said. River Song believes Intraxia is ahead of its time, but it's already shipping innovations in entertainment and computing around the world. When a dead man is found with a technology implant, unit investigates. Liz and River are about to discover that those connected to the network are never alone. So this is kind of a clunky cyberspace story, of technology that we understand better now in 2020 than they did in 1970. It's not a bad story. The story is not one to say, don't bother buying it. It's again, it kind of sparkles. And honestly, my favorite one is the Bloodwoods, but I think most people will prefer Rivers of Light, by Lisa McMullen. Now, I don't know if it's a strong script, but I do, or if it's the inclusion of Tim Trelaw's Third Doctor showing up. So his doctor's been off investigating Sensorites. And he finds Liz Shaw, and he finds River Song, and his impression upon meeting River Song, much the same as Liz Shaw's, like, what the hell's going on? And there's lots of fun little continuity, like the TARDIS console was outside the TARDIS for much of season was it season 7? Season 7, and then season 8 it's inside the TARDIS. So the basic River Song is said it's the person who did that, and the reason the console room changes and little things like that is because River Song has essentially been living in and using the TARDIS while she's in Europe. And the Doctor comes and he's apoplectic, like, well, madam, what have you been doing to my TARDIS? And again, really fun. Really fun. In a Yorkshire mining town, strange temporal distortions and rivers alike crossing forests are enough to get the Brigadier's attention and unit mobilized. But the Doctor is back and he wants to know who's been messing around in his laboratories. River's reasons for being on Earth are about to be revealed. And it's somewhat underwhelming when you find out why she's really doing it, why she's there. It's somewhat underwhelming. There is a cameo appearance by the Delgado Master, which isn't very good. Jon Culshaw's doing it, but it isn't very good. I was a little bit taken aback that it didn't feel like the Delgado Master. I really want some more Delgado Master. And he didn't really feel completely in character. I mean, he has his scene. It's literally one scene with River Song, and it's okay. It's okay. It's quite nice. But this one is a recommend. And again, I think this means that Big Finish might be back after their long wobble. I think they might be. And honestly, the result of this, on the back of this, I went shopping. Here, let me show you exactly what I bought because of this release. Oh man, it's slow as anything. I got like a bunch of stuff. I got Peter Davison 40 because that just sounds fun. Second, but this Time Jack looks really bad. Right, like every time they put out a trailer for it, I'm like, ooh, no. Stranded 3, listen, it's Rebecca Root. It's wonderful. You have a penis, and you identify as a woman. That's fine. It's irritating for me that you made it a central part of this Stranded set, because I may be listening to somebody experiencing a mental breakdown, right? And so. And also, I didn't bother with the Martha Jones. And like, I've heard that they did something on BBC Books, kind of somewhat similar. And Marina Sirtis is in it, and she's been very vocal about how she hates anybody who doesn't align with her politically. Right, Babe and the Butcher I was always going to buy. But like, again, on the strength of this, I went ahead and bought a bunch of things. I got the Charlie, what was it? The Eighth Doctor and Charlie and Charlotte Pollard set. Very, very much going back to basics after Stranded, right? Wanting those customers back. That's a viable book. I bought 40. 40 looks fantastic. It really looks very good. Terra Nostra, I've always been up for. These books these audio books I find too long. Peladon, you got nudged out because I was on the fence about Peladon, but then I got Charlotte Pollard 40 and Terra Nostra. Look, as we get closer, if you make noises, that'll be better. Be fine. So nice stock stuff I was only going to get. Space 1999. I got to hear it. See, I'm not at the point yet where I'll buy something without hearing about it, which is where I used to be with Big Finish. When I hear what they're doing with the next Third Doctor box set, I'll probably be on board with it. Survivors, I am out of. Like, I was kind of glad that it was that it wrapped up, and then they got a bunch more stuff. The Fourth Doctor set Solo, which brings back Richard Dreyfuss as a master, Minder Hordiak. So yeah, listen, the strength of one good release. I want you to understand the strength of one good release made me purchase a lot more. I do hope. I hope Big Finish is back. Really, that's really the bottom line. I hope Big Finish is back. So, but this one, even if it's not, this is a strong recommend. It really, if you like the Pertwee era, if you like River Song, if you like the idea of the juxtaposition of the two, it's as you would you would think, which is great. It doesn't disappoint at all. Strong recommend. Go check it out. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.